When we talk about Goan cuisine, there's no other place that one would really think of good traditional Goan food than this place in Goa. I'm Odette Mascarenas.
And I'm Joe Mascarenas.
And yes, we are the co-founders of the Goan Culinary Club. Now, we initiated this club in 2008. The reason being to bring out the traditions and the actual secrets from grandmother's kitchens out into the fore. And for this reason, we have initiated a competition which we have called the Miguel Arcanj Award. Yes, that's here. And this is for students because we would like the sons of the soil, the daughters of the soil, to bring out into the fore the fantastic nuances, ingredients that you'll find only in their grandmother's homes. I'm so happy today to realize that there are so many colleges participating, but we will come back again to that because I'd like to give you a little bite on the person in whose name this award is initiated. He too was the son of the soil. His name was Miguel Arcanj Mascarenas. He was born in 1904 and of very humble beginnings. Not born into a rich palatial home, but literally you would say learning how to cook that delectable prawn curry from his mother. Now, his life would have it during that period, he had to go out of Goa to learn how to earn a living. He had to take care of 5 siblings and his paralyzed parents. So he leaves his home in Anjuna and goes to Bombay, which was another country at that time, which was run by the British. And there he took a job as a wash-up boy, earning a few annas a day in order to meet his ends. But as God and luck would have it, he got a job at the iconic Taj Mahal Hotel, again for washing dishes. But being a Goan and with that pride of being one, he was not deterred. Being uneducated, he would stand and watch the great foreign chefs cook food. But in his heart, he was still where his prawn curry was absolutely the thing to be had every day. So, while the other people went home on their break, he stood there, he watched the foreign chefs cook, learned how to cook, and when they really needed a chef to take over the Taj Mahal Hotel, and when there was the war going on and no foreigners could come into India, this Goan boy took the charge of the Taj Mahal Hotel. He catered to princes, viceroys, kings, people who used to come there to discuss the partition and what all used to happen at that time. Those were war-troubled areas. When ingredients were not available, he did what he had to do and what he was best known for, cooking. This humble boy, with his beginnings in Anjuna, Goa, was finally made the executive chef of the Taj Mahal Hotel. And over the years, right till he passed on, he never retired, Mr. J.R.D. Tata made him in charge of all the Taj hotels which started going all throughout the country. But this boy, or man later on as everybody knows him, Miguel Arcanj or Maski, always loved his Goan food. While the menus used to be very global, very continental, very modern at times, he would always cook that prawn curry rice for a lot of his Parsi directors, Mr. J.R.D. Tata, and there were many others.
There were about 10 of them. And he used to make the food for them at Bombay House, which is in South Bombay. And they always relished his Goan prawn curry.
So this is his son. That's why I gave him the mic. This is his son, his only son after 6 daughters. And we both, with the members of the club, because we could not do it alone, and with the principals and the faculty of different colleges, initiated this award to the most promising student who will ever show how good they are. It doesn't matter who they are. It all depends on their skill on the range and their ability to pick up the nuances of our cuisine. We have been running this award for 4 years, as we can see right from 2018. We were lucky to even have it last year just before the lockdown happened. So the students did not miss. But you will come to know more as you see the students in action and you'll see our judges and members doing what they do best. Have a lot of pride in their Goan cuisine.
place. We are in Goa, and the heritage, the tradition, the food, the culture, the weather, and Goa with its bountiful landscape and the bountiful state that we have. If the cuisine can be pushed more, it is such a fantastic cuisine. It's an age-old cuisine. Such a nice blend of ingredients that we have, seasonal produce that we do. The Hindu food being a little different from the Christian food. Both the influences, the Portuguese which has influenced the food of Goa. This cuisine is so popular and so nice. It is so healthy to eat Goan food in its own land. But unfortunately, it is not very well known outside the state. When people come here, they eat this and they are amazed at this, not just the seafood, but the wide variety of dishes that we have, the wide variety of sometimes vegetarian dishes, which is like a surprise to everybody. That how can you have so much of vegetarian food in a state which is only known for seafood outside the state? So what we are doing today is inculcating the traditional habits, the traditional eating habits, the traditional recipes of homes from Goa. People who have learned, or students who have learned from their mothers, from their grandmothers. We are trying to inculcate that habit of doing a little bit more research into things and recipes that can get lost over time, to promote that, to bring it forward, and to reignite the passion and interest in Goan food. Miguel Arcanj Mascarenhas, the legendary chef of Goa, who was one of the first people to get into hospitality. He was the first executive chef at the Taj Mahal in Mumbai more than 50 plus years back, and he's the first Indian to get that high rank in a large 5-star hotel, which is the Taj Mahal Mumbai.
I have been coming to this function for the last 3 years. It's something very interesting that we are encouraging the youth of today, of tomorrow, where they are getting a platform to learn the Goan cuisine, and the Goan cuisine which has got such a lovely history and the heritage of Goa. There is nothing so rich about Goa than talking about food, and food which is very universal, and the heritage of Goa is very, very rich. So I think by encouraging our youth in learning the cuisine of Goa is something which is very interesting, and I think the college is something very good and beautiful, that it helps the youth of today to showcase their talents in portraying the Goan cuisine, and tomorrow they can always explore their talents into this industry of showcasing the Goan cuisine to the world.
Past 4 years, I'm judging this event, and I'm honored, very much honored for this, and I'm looking forward. And apart from that, the awards, I'm seeing that students, they are rising their level, and we have come up with so much of new recipes, which is forgotten recipes, and they come up, they have learned from their grandma and they are preparing it. It's nice to see these kids, and what our motto is that we should get a good Goan chefs from this award. And I'm seeing that people are more interested now, they are more taking part, and it is going ahead. Since I'm in Goa from last 20 years, and now I'm seeing that people wanted to go in a continental section or different sections, but now with these things I can see that people are interested in Goan cuisine also. It's new recipes are coming, and apart from that I can see that a lot of fusion cooking is happening, which is also a good. and people are very much interested. And I wanted to say all the best to all the participants.
This is just an extension to the mission and the drive of the club, which is to take Goan food to the world. And today I'm so excited. This is the 4th year that we're having this competition. It is an intercollegiate competition hosted so generously by Father Agnells. And we've seen over the years the excitement that the students have and the passion that they have for Goan food. And in the industry, we have a dearth of good Goan chefs that are coming in. Today, this competition like this encourages young blood and young talent to come up and explore their creativity in Goan food. It's absolutely amazing, and the enthusiasm that we have seen amongst all the participants is extremely encouraging. We would like to promote Goan Portuguese food, the regular Goan food, Goan Hindu food, all kinds and different aspects of food, right from Perne to Kankon, from different cities in Goa. People come up with different varieties of the same dish, and it's an eye-opener actually to see what these students come out with. Year on year, the participation has increased, the enthusiasm has increased, and the creativity among students on the dishes has increased as well. I'm extremely grateful, honored, and privileged to be here today as a judge to judge this competition.
Miguel Archange Award, organized at Agnel Institute of Food Crafts and Culinary Sciences for the 4th consecutive year. We started in the year 2018, 19, 20, and this is post-COVID year 2021. There are 9 colleges participating, 15 students. As Agnel Institute of Food Crafts, it is our endeavor to enrich Goan cuisine and make it known to our younger generation. Very often we see youngsters today studying, they want to learn international cuisine, but don't want to learn their local state cuisine, that's Goan cuisine. So this is our endeavor, along with the Goan Culinary Club, Mr. Joe and Odette Mascarenhas, to make this cuisine popular, so that everybody, all the youngsters learning in hospitality institutes, learn about this. It's a great pleasure to have this competition in our college, and we look forward for many more years in association with the Goan Culinary Club.
See, if you're putting anything on the plate, it means got it. So what you're putting in the plate will be very fantastic.
You are Shabuti, no? Yes.
You can explain your dishes to me.
Sure. So good afternoon everyone. First of all, my starter for today is Bonilla Bomil. Bomil is Bombay duck. It is a very slimy kind of fish. So what I've done is I've tried to take out the maximum moisture as possible and then stuff, and it has a kind of bland taste. So the main flavoring agent for that is my filling and what I've stuffed it with, which is a prawn filling. It has a chili prawn filling, which will spice it up. And again, for some acidity, I have a Goan salad. Then for main course, I have authentic Saraswati Goan Sabuti. Again, I'm not saying Shabuti, I'm saying Sabuti, because that's how the Hindu community in Goa pronounce it. At my house, we pronounce it in that way. For accompanying it, I have aerial shoots. Usually a rice or a roti or something that would be expected with a shakti. That's completely not a problem, but I've tried to get something which is forgotten. Even through my dessert later on my other sides, you will come to know about the forgotten stuff that I've tried to gather. Because aerial shoots, sweet potatoes are something that back in the days farmers used to savor. They used to boil it because it was something easy to carry, could be had, and was quite filling, nutritious and healthy as well. So I've just tempered it just to like take out that earthiness from it, but at the same time I've kept it without any masala because I want to show you all the different types of potatoes in it. And again I have one common sabji which is like Ramzan or Tambi Bhaji. It's with simple tempering, onion, garlic, that's it. And I have this rare fern which is called akur.